Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host, Ryan, and on today's clip, we are just going to very briefly, 10 minutes or less, we're going to talk a little bit about the Milwaukee Bucks winning the NBA Cup. This is the first time I'm going to talk about it on this channel all season, the NBA Cup so far. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the game, whether you're a Thunders fan or the Bucks fan, or if you hate either team. And to do the breakdown real quick with me is our Milwaukee Bucks fan, Clint. Clint, how are you feeling right now?
They said when we got Dame that we wouldn't hang a banner. Well, who's hanging a banner tonight? No, just an overall incredible Bucks game from how we were talking 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, they look good. Especially against the Thunder. Let me just finish my thought. The young team, the favorites in the West, like I could see this sort of being an NBA Finals matchup, which is kind of fun to think about because, like you said, 3, 4 weeks ago, we aren't even having this. We're wondering if the Bucks even are a 4 seed in the East, let alone or even making the play in or whatever, let alone winning the NBA Cup and hanging that banner that every other team is going to be so envious of. What do you think were some of the big takeaways from this game in this particular matchup that maybe you saw that you liked? Maybe,
The defense,
yeah,
a
the defense.
total change. And I think, again, we'll get to the playoffs and see when it comes to Doc Rivers. But when he's had time, the Hawks game from just a few days ago, and then this game, the way that they have changed their defense and adjusted to things um, is a step up from how we watched when Bud was here. But just the aggressiveness they played with, I think they were a little, Andre Jackson especially, a little overly aggressive, let Shea get loose a couple times in the first half, but they were just connected for the most part. And I think I mean, that obviously is a huge key to just be close to your guy and know the rotations and where the guys are going to be.
Yeah, I agree. I also really like again that one of the bigger shifts I think they made early on in the season when they were 2-8, right? That's what the record was, and they started playing the young guys more. Andre Jackson Jr. and AJ Green. Green had a couple big shots. I think especially in the second quarter, I thought he hit 2 threes in the second quarter. And then Jackson's defense, he did not hit a three. He was over 4. But you play him for his athleticism and his defense. So he played really well. And it seems like Giannis and Lillard are really starting to play off each other well. I noticed when Lillard started to get hot, I think he hit 2 threes in a row. The very next play, like they did a dribble handoff to Lillard, and although he missed it, I think he hit the right side of the rim. You could tell like Giannis understood the assignment, like let's get Lillard the ball because he's getting hot. I also liked there was a couple of times where they back cut, in the paint and got some easy layups that way too. So even their offense, yeah, I agree with you on the defense, but even the offense seems to be working smoothly right now.
Yeah, they just like Oklahoma City's, they tend to play a little on the smaller side, and they did a good job of both Lopez or Giannis getting low before they got the ball. If you catch the ball 18 feet from and you try to back down even Caruso, it's harder because they're smaller, they get up under you. But a few of those, Giannis caught it 14 feet out, and then it's just one hard dribble, and he had that like, spin on him, or they switch over and it's just an easy lob to Lopez instead of trying to throw it 20 feet, you're just throwing it 10 feet. So that was really impressive how they used their size, but kept the size in. I know that sounds basic, keeping the size inside, but in today's game, usually Lopez is out and, he's kind of working his way in, but they both planted down low and got the ball in and then kick it out. They shot 43s. The Bucks need to shoot a bunch of threes, and they had to shoot Oklahoma City out of that defense, which Oklahoma City didn't come out of that defense, but they shot them out of the game.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. And then just real quick on the other side, obviously the biggest thing that sticks out to me is the 3-point shooting for the Thunder, 5 of 32. They were 15% from three, really hurt them. I'm surprised that they just, and obviously, like you said, they play smaller, so the size difference probably hindered them from getting closer to the basket and like getting points that way. But even Shea, who lives in the mid range, he was 8 of 24. Like he did not have a good shooting night. So what did you see from the Thunder that like that you kind of took away from this game? Because again, this could be a potential finals matchup, if the Bucks find a way to beat the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean they had an outlier shooting night, 5 for 32. You would expect five more, six more from there, so you're looking at a closer game. And the Bucks were 42, so a little high. So obviously that plays into some of it. But the Thunder have, I don't want to come off strong. They kind of remind me, obviously, more athletic, younger guys. Sometimes in the playoffs, you call them like fake good shooters. Like we've always worried the Thunder, like with Caruso out there, it throws off the spacing. Are these guys like true playoff shooters like you see with the Celtics? That's to be determined. But in this game, it seemed to kind of get in their head, and a couple guys turned some down after missing some. But it it's not like a Oklahoma City isn't good game. I
Oh
just
no.
think the Bucks just came to play, and Oklahoma City's initial plan probably wasn't that great as far as just keeping it packed in and not changing it up a little.
No, no, you're absolutely right. This isn't like this is one game. It's like if this was a final series, everyone would be like, okay, this is game one. Let's see how they adjust game two. But yeah, this was just it's sort of a little bit of an outlier. But all this shows me, honestly, is that if the Bucks, continue to progress, that they and obviously they're what 15-11 or 14-11.
14, because this game
Yeah,
doesn't count as a
correct.
win.
Okay, so it just shows me that they can compete with someone as good as the Thunder. That's all that shows me. And by the way, the Bucks out rebounded the Thunder 52-43, which is big. Again, going back to your point about the them being undersized, being a little bit more small. Okay, the Bucks won the cup. How you feeling about them going forward here?
Really good. Like the last few weeks have been minus a couple games where they kind of like that first Hawks game in Milwaukee, they kind of let the rope go. Um, but this is the team you kind of expected to see from the beginning. Um, no one, they don't have like a awesome third or fourth star, but if you can get Gary Trent to play as hard as he did for 21 minutes, and AJ Green, isn't a turnstile to play as good as he played 26 minutes, and maybe more importantly, Bobby Portis only played 19 minutes. Like to, and then I was getting worried. He threw the elbow, and I was like, great, just what Oklahoma City needs: two free
Right.
throws and a ball. And then they
Yeah.
got an open three, but missed it. But I think when you get those guys to play, Torian Prince, the same thing: 21 minutes, plays hard, good shooting. That's what you need on this team, because when Giannis plays like this, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah.
And Dame has moved in this game, maybe more so than the whole season. He was moving off ball, which he needs to do. You do that, that just opens the door to being a good team and at least being able to call yourself a contender.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's what this shows. They had a rough start, and it seems like they rebound, and we can start looking at them as contenders. Okay, well, we'll stop our video there. We're going to have a podcast. We'll talk about this a little bit more on the podcast. We're also going to talk about the NFL. So if you want to listen to that podcast, just click the link below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everybody for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and we will talk to you all soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.